Over the past couple of days, you saw on our previous episode that we have been working on getting some fencing done around our acreage. It's really important for us to be able to have adequate spacing for all of the animals that we're welcoming to our homestead. And so we want to take advantage of the nice weather and get this situated now, because we have some really big projects coming up in the spring. And we think that if we get this done now, it will give us all the time we need to work on those larger projects.
My roller's not rolling. You know when you put the fresh one on, it's so plush, but it just slides, but look, it's not rolling. It's literally slide. Oh, come on, it's starting to roll.
Let's go.
Come on, roller.
Is that paint on top or snow?
That's snow. I know, stop it. I know it's not the right time of year. If I don't paint these white now, they're never gonna get to be white, because once I put the metal on, I can't paint the posts.
Right.
There's even a snowplow pulling by. I'm ignoring, literally a snowplow. I'm ignoring canned directions of only painting in warmer temperatures.
Always.
Listen, I got things to do. Can't wait for different seasons.
Must paint. Oh, there's snow. It's painting season. Oh, looks like it's sticking.
It is sticking. It's sticking just fine. It is +1.
It's snowing right now.
Well, it was said it was gonna be +1.
Yeah. Feels like.
I'm doing one
Minus
post tester
13.
while we go in and eat breakfast, so we can see how long one post will take to dry. And if it doesn't dry, well, then we know that we have to wait for spring. But if it dries, maybe it will affect durability down the road. I have no idea. It's a dog fence. I could just leave the tops with snow and paint those in the spring.
It's adorable.
No one will ever know. Super exciting to be getting the actual fencing on. What we did was bought pig, sheep, and goat fencing, because this stuff is so much stronger than just the cattle fencing that we had on here before. That stuff's kind of thin and wiry, and this stuff is supposed to last for 10 plus years. So we are working our way. I fought the elements and got the post painted white, at least on the sides where I know that the fencing is going to go. That way I don't have to try to fight and try to paint it later in between all the metal, because I knew eventually, especially by the house here, that we would want this to be white. So we're going to turn around this corner. So Phil was putting extra fasteners on here. We picked up some bolt cutters and some tools that we needed to be able to install this fencing, especially knowing that we have plenty more fencing to do around the acreage. These are some good tools that we'll use plenty of times. New hammer? We really need a new hammer. Our hammer was zigzagged and the end of it was not hammer shape anymore. We had so overused that hammer. This is the fencing, so you can see that it's all been twisted around all the sections here in the square, so it's more durable. So these are the little fasteners that we're using. They're just metal and you just hammer them in. So
little U-nails.
Little U-nails. So you just put them over top of the metal there and then you bang them in. And I'm letting Philip risk his thumbs for this project.
They're pretty sharp.
We are going to have to go all the way around the perimeter so that our dogs don't dig out on the bottom, but they usually don't try to even go anywhere now that they're close to the door. So I think this is going to be much better. They had this area when they were smaller and it worked out great. So we're just keeping them close. Plus then we can shoot them out the door and have them come in and out a million times a day and not have to walk them with leads or anything from the far side behind the mini barn that they keep running away from.
Strength and show me your weakness. We're in this together now. We're in this together now. Give me your love and tell me your secrets.
building time. So much harder to work in snow gear.
Yeah, oh yeah.
It's exhausting. I feel like a toddler at daycare.
Yeah.
I'm like trying to move around.
And you lose your mitts every 2 seconds.
I put them down and I'm like, I need the ones with the toddler strings so that it stays on my wrist. We want all the gates on the property to be the same.
Yeah.
Not necessarily the same size, but we want them to have the framed in front with the 1x5s and the X. I think it's so cute. But because we want the fencing eventually to be white, and we have to put the wire fencing on the inside of this so the dogs just don't go through the X, we're gonna paint the gate once we build it, and then we'll be able to put this same wire fencing on the inside. I think just keeping it all cohesive through the whole property is gonna look so much nicer in the end. I know it takes more time and a little bit more materials, but we're using scrap that was left from other things to be able to make these happen. Down the road, we might have to buy a few boards to make sure that we have all the same matching gates, but I think it's gonna be so nice. We also made sure that even though we probably will never bring a quad into this tiny little spot by our kitchen door here, because it's kind of like a little mini backyard for the pups, we want to make sure that we can fit a quad through. So we made 6-foot fencing sections between each of our gate areas around the property, or bigger. Like our large one by the fence that the big paddock for the horse is going to be, that's actually, I think, even just a little bit bigger than 12 feet. So we want to make sure we have some to be able to get machinery or trucks or anything like that, deliveries and stuff through. But access points for quads is so key to be able to get things in and out of animal area fenced off spots, right? Like, I just think it's going to help us down the road. When you try to work on spring projects and it snows overnight. So we woke up, today is -5, feels like -15. We are determined that we're gonna finish this gate today so we can get the pups out, let them play in the snow. And then it says that the next day is supposed to be +1, so I'm gonna try to paint the pig post so we can do the same thing to the piggy area. But we woke up to more snow. So we just got done making our gate. So the front side has the nice slats with the X, and we're gonna be painting this white. But before we paint it, we want to cut the metal that's gonna go in, because that is just a bunch of escape holes for the pups. So we wanna make sure that they can't get through. So we're going to use the same fencing we did on the side, cut it to the rectangle of the front of the gate here so we can enclose that from behind. But we're not gonna fasten it to the gate until we paint the gate white. And then we picked up our hinges and our latch so that we can hang the gate. And we did hang this low to the ground so these stinkers do not sneak underneath the gate. This is gonna be good. We're gonna hang this nice and low, and then they're not gonna be able to get out. Ideally, that's the point of all of this, is to keep them safe from predators, porcupines, and from running away.
Babe, you could have lost your eye, your neck. That's so dangerous. Oh my gosh, honey.
I'm totally fine. It totally missed me. I felt the breeze of it. It was close. It was real close.
How did your wife lose your eye?
I'm totally fine. Okay, I legit almost lost an eye. But this is the space, so it's going to be filled in, so you get the idea. So we're going to lift this out now, paint the gate, and then we'll be able to adhere this to the backside of the gate. We have a dog area! It's starting to snow. It looks so pretty, and I'm so glad we were able to fight the elements and make this happen. We have this great gate now, and it kind of, because it's on a little bit of a decline, it actually self-shuts behind, which is great if your hands are full. We're going to go around and cut all the tops so they're exactly at 4 feet. But we wanted to make sure that this is going to work out great. We used the sheep and goat fencing, stronger and thicker than just like a typical cattle fencing like we had before, they would stretch out the wires of the other fencing and sneak their way through. As fat as they are, they still managed to do it. So this is going to be a lot stronger, and we can keep them close to the house. Shoot them out the back door. They can come in and out a million times a day if they want to. And when it's porcupine season or when we aren't outside with them, they can spend time outside. When we're with them, we can take them around on the acreage, but not when we're 3 of them and we're painting or building or off doing something else. We just can't keep an eye on 3 of them in a safe way with predators and everything else we have going on here. This is going to be amazing. Okay, I'm so excited to show them their new space. When spring comes, we're going to make them some fun like activity stuff and a little garden and some fun other like aesthetic things in this area. But for right now, goal is winter, get the dogs out, okay? I'm going to go get them. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'm sending the girls first.
Oh, the fence looks so good. The dogs are just gonna love it. Nova! Finn! Hi, girls! Hi, Finn! Hi! Oh, hi, Nova! Oh, hi, you guys look so cute! Do you guys just love your spot? Oh, you just love it! Oh, there's a hole.
Alright, to get the...
Gunner! Hi, bud! Hi, Gunny! Hi, Bud!
He was like, why are you putting my winter gear on? Hey! What do you think? Oh! What do you think? So much room for activities! So much room for activities! Go, go, go! Hi!
Hi, Gunner!
Gunny!
Hi. Hi, Vivian. Oh.
You're not just standing.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
peeing.
he's got to scent everything. Hi, what do you think? Such a big spot. Go, go, go. They're going to love it.
So worth it?
They won't take off because they know the door's right there and they just go to the door and come back in. When they're puppies, we just had a really tiny little spot for them and they stayed close and they never ran away. We made them this huge spot beside the mini barn on the far side, and every single time we were out on the property and we were working, as soon as we turned our backs, they're like, ooh, a hare, ooh, a porcupine, oh, a squirrel, absolutely any excuse to try to sneak out, and then we were finding the girls. They got away that one time. It made us think like, okay, we absolutely cannot do this. We have hectares and hectares and hectares of acres in the back, which is not our property, but is right behind us, preserved wildlife. And if they go, good chance we're never getting them back because they will never find their way home. So this is so much better for us. So much better.
Oh.
Fun, Dad. Nova and Finn will stay outside for hours if it's cold. Gunner won't. He chickens out and he's like, Mom, I went inside where the wood stove is. But the girls are brave and they'll stay out for a long time. Especially Finn. She's like a polar bear. She'll just stay out all the time. They can't get under, and we've done the sheep fencing on the back, so they can't sneak through our X, and we still were able to make it look like the rest of the gates on the property. None of the other animals need this. Like the horses obviously don't sneak through their X, but the pigs are gonna need this same, ooh, the sun just came on, that feels so nice on my face. The pigs are gonna need this exact same design so that they can't sneak through and have it low to the ground. So we're gonna be building plenty more of these around the pig area. We got the fencing today for the pig area to do the extension, so we'll be building some of that this week and the gates, which is super fun. I know, you're outside playing in the snow. I also thought that it was such a good idea that we cut the railing off of the deck here. It just makes so much more sense. It was just a piece of a porch that someone else had put there, previous owners, and we don't mind having it there as a step out, but having that railing off makes a huge difference, and the dogs can just go off and we don't have to walk around it now every time. Dog jail. Yeah, you're in dog jail. Yeah, I know. It's gonna take some getting used to. No more wandering for you. Quiet on set. Quiet on set, Frida. Quiet on set, Magna. So this week, a couple of days ago, Hudson had his gelding, and we had a few people asking what that meant. It means that... She's realizing that there's a no escape. It means that Hudson is not going to be able to reproduce. We don't want Hudson to be able to have
foals with London because they are somewhat related, and so it was important for us to be able to have him gelded. Basically means he was castrated in order for them to not be able to reproduce and make other horses. So it was a big surgery for him, and we were lucky to be able to find a vet locally, as we mentioned in previous videos. So she actually came here to our property, which was absolutely amazing. She was incredible, and she had a vet tech with her who was also so incredible. They were so sweet, and they absolutely loved our homestead. We left with them smiling. Literally, we were smiling ear to ear. It was just such a nice visit, and it was so lovely to have someone that was really experienced with horses, the expertise of having horses, and be able to look at their condition, you know, look at all the things that we're doing on the homestead, kind of evaluate us, I guess, as horse keepers. And so we were so thrilled that they were all both given a 5 out of 9, which is like a perfect score for their body condition. Their weight was perfect. Their health was perfect. Basically told us we're doing everything right. And they were pretty surprised that we were very new to horses. So this was just like all around an amazing experience. Hudson is basically bound to the barn for the next 7 days. He's supposed to spend 10 full days in the barn, but only walking a little bit of our trail here for about 20 minutes a day just to keep stretching. He has some medication, which he's been a bit of a stinker taking, but that's okay. He's doing absolutely amazing. So thank you so much for all of your prayers and good thoughts for our Hudson boy. He's recuperating so well. He seems to be back to his normal self. He's a little bit swollen, but that is completely to be expected. And we're just so proud of him. And honestly, so just really incredibly proud of the journey of keeping horses so far, and to hear that we've been doing such a great job, and that the vet was so impressed with all the work that we put in with the horses and just what they look like and all the details about, you know, their physical that they had. We're just so proud of ourselves as well for everything that we've been able to accomplish this year, having the horses for a year. They also had their vaccination, so that was nice. We could kill 2 birds with 1 stone while she came and get all of that done. And it was just overall an absolutely amazing experience.
Well, hi, big guy. Say hi to your YouTube family. Aw.
He's suspicious.
So Hudson and London were really funny. It was almost completely comical because we had to separate them the morning of his surgery. So Hudson stayed here in the barn and we walked out London. But as you know, we always do that together, and they had separation anxiety like you would not believe. It was like they never thought that they would ever see each other again. They were whinnying from the round pen to the barn and back, and it was so funny. So we went and Philip did some nice grooming things and some work with London to calm her down, and I stayed with Hudson, and they were distraught. They were so upset that we were separating them, and it was for like a half an hour. So poor you didn't have your sister to comfort you for a half an hour. Hey? Yeah, he's feeling good. You can see he's nice, he's happy guy. Maybe not happy about being stuck in, but cuddly boy. Mama's big boy. Look how big he is compared to last year.
He's huge.
Last year at this time, 2 weeks before now, is when we got Hudson in London, and they were only standing about this tall. I'm only down about 4 inches on the barn right here. So he's so tall now.